This is Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination and Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. You can find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. You can find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Today I want to address the lone gunman Stephen Paddock. Okay, we've seen his face, and I want to explore, is he a lone gunman? Is he an ISIS soldier? Is this a conspiracy? As we know, he's the alleged shooter. He booked a room on the top of 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay, and he fired down allegedly into a crowd of 30,000 attending the outdoor Route 91 Country Music Festival in Las Vegas. He killed 58 people and he wounded 527. Okay, so ISIS has claimed responsibility. They renamed him Abu Abdul Bar al-Amriki, and they state that he allegedly converted to Islam 6 months ago. Okay, and I've been watching videos on YouTube, and they're telling me that how can one lone gunman kill and wound so many people? And we've all heard the automatic gunfire and just saw the over and over and over on the news, and we're just riveted because it's the largest, most deadly shooting in American history. So here's this very unlikely person who allegedly converted to Islam. So I want to know, is he a lone gunman? Is he an ISIS soldier? Is this a conspiracy? So let's throw some cards and let's find out. And I like to draw from the middle of the deck. Okay, so we'll start with a Celtic cross. We'll start with the Celtic cross. Okay, so is he a lone gunman or an ISIS soldier? Okay, so the first, we have city and a crowd of people, and we have buildings. This looks like Las Vegas to me. We have Fox. Fox could be the lone shooter. Could be just him, this sneaky guy. We have a snake. The foundation of this reading is a snake. Okay, someone lying in wait. The snake doesn't chase its prey. It lies in wait and waits for its prey to come to them. So he set up an elaborate trap and, waited for opportunity and struck. Finger of God. The finger of God reaches down and changes things. So this is the largest shooting in American history. So let's see. So far, I don't know. I don't see a bunch of other shooters involved yet. But there's a fox and a snake. Okay, so they're saying he's ISIS, they're saying he's Al-Qaeda. Here above, so this is behind, so this already happened, so he already did it. He changed the world with what he did. The scapegoat is a good card of illness and death. Also, I'm wondering if he's literally a scapegoat. Okay, is this man, Stephen Paddock, just a scapegoat? Okay. And here in the outcome we have Trinity. Trinity is a bunch of people working together. So far, okay, this can be Las Vegas. This can be the venue with that crowded bunch of people. The Country Music Festival, Route 91 Country Music Festival, full of white Republicans and gun owners. So this leads me to believe that there's more than this. Not just Stephen Paddock is involved. Let's see what the rest says. Okay, water into wine, scourge, roses, an angel. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, in the outcome position, because I'm asking about Stephen Paddock, okay, where I'm asking about Stephen Paddock. I said, is he a lone gunman? Or is he an ISIS soldier? Or is this a conspiracy? So I'm looking for conspiracy cards. Here in the outcome, Stephen Paddock is an angel, an innocent man. He's an innocent man. So that's fascinating. That's just really fascinating. Okay, here, water into wine. Water doesn't turn into wine. Wine needs yeast and sugar to turn it into wine, and it doesn't have it. So, in a reading like this, water into wine can be a complete fabrication. Okay, and this most closely relates to city. So, I think, and city is a lot of people. It's always a lot of people. It can be Las Vegas. It can be your government. The government is made up of a lot of people. A lot of people. Events, scourge, the automatic gunfire, shooting down on this large, venue of people. There were as many as 30,000 people present. 30,000 people attended that concert. Roses, in hopes and fears. We all want it to be him. That's interesting. But he's showing as the angel. The outcome is angel. Okay, so is Stephen Hiller, is Stephen Paddock, is he a lone gunman? Is he an ISIS soldier? Did he convert to Islam 6 months ago? Or is this a conspiracy? Is his real name now Abu Abdul Bar al-Amriki? Okay, because he's just such an unlikely character. I think he's innocent. Okay, I think this is for the convenience of a lot of people. This is very clever. The fox and the snake are the most clever cards in the deck. Like the devil is a different kind of card, and it's more punitive and angry. The fox and the snake are very clever. This is a setup. This is, and there's people working together to pin it all on Stephen Paddock. Why did he have 21 guns? I mean, he can only shoot one at a time. Why did he bust out 2 windows if he's the only shooter? I mean, he can't shoot from 2 windows at one time, and I'm not sure that he ever did. What's with all those guns? It's just a glut of evidence. And then you go back to his house, and there's more. It all just seems very set up. So people are working together. A whole bunch of people are working together to set him up very cleverly, and it was all a setup. And actually now I'm wondering if he was dead before any of this happened, and he's just dead in the hotel room, and we should ask about that. So he's showing as innocent, and this is a complete fabrication. There's a lot of people involved, and I'm leaning towards conspiracy. Okay, so let's ask. Boy, you need to shuffle. Was Stephen Paddock dead before any of the shooting began? Because, they can tell you whatever they want, which is very disturbing. So this is just incredibly disturbing. So was Stephen Paddock dead before any of the shooting occurred? They might have just put his dead body in there Was he already dead before executioner, ruler, two hearts? Interesting. Coffin on the bottom. That's so interesting. Look at that. Okay, so was Stephen Paddock dead before even the shooting began? Let's look at that. So what do we get there? We get executioner. Somebody killed him. We get ruler. The ruler is, he's in charge. He's the boss. He's the government. Two hearts, lovers. Okay, so this leads me to believe that the Filipino woman is involved. She's his girlfriend. She's his lover. Okay, and she's in this picture. And this is the picture we keep seeing of him without the girlfriend. I guess they cropped her out. So his lover murdered him. He's murdered because of his lover, and powerful people killed him in advance. So I asked, was he already dead before any of the shooting began? Well, his lover killed him. He's killed because of his lover. Executioner's a murderer. And powerful people murdered him. Let's add this up. This is 26, 28, 7 spades. Wow. Secret. 7 spades is a perfect conspiracy card. So this is incredibly disturbing. This is incredibly disturbing. Let's ask, is there a second shooter? Or, how many shooters are involved? Is there a second shooter? Let's move that over there. Is there a second shooter involved? What's on the bottom? Okay, so a male. Can you see that? Okay, yeah. So mustard seed, karmic shift, karmic relationship, man. So a male made a huge change in the world. Planting the seed, karmic relationship. 6s are all relationships. So this looks like other people. There's a lot of people involved. There's a lot of people involved. Okay, this is a 6. Okay, I asked about if there was another person involved. There's a primary male, one primary male who made a huge difference, and it's not Stephen. It's not Stephen Paddock. Okay, and there's a lot of people involved. Okay, so let's back this up a little bit. Okay, so in this tragedy, and this is a good picture here, the windows were busted out over here, and you see the stage is in the way, and then he's shooting over the stage into the crowd. He doesn't have the best vantage point, but there's a whole lot of people there. So, Stephen Paddock, is he a lone gunman? Is he an ISIS soldier? Is this a conspiracy? What do I conclude? What are the cards telling us? There's a lot of people involved. There's countless people involved, working together to kill. They're very clever, and they're hiding in plain sight, and they're very clever. This makes me think of a government conspiracy. They're lying about this murder. That's automatic gunfire. And Stephen Paddock is actually innocent, which I did not expect. I actually think the cards are telling me he's a completely innocent man. They're pinning this on him, and he's a completely innocent man. Okay, so up here, I asked, was he murdered before, was he already dead? Because allegedly he shot himself. The SWAT team is coming, and he's got cameras, and so he shot himself before the SWAT team could arrive. Okay, so was he already dead before any of the shooting. The murderer, okay, his lover, this Filipino woman, she's his lover. Okay, she is his literal lover, this elusive Filipino woman. Okay, and there's a large Muslim radical sect in the Philippines, and they like to kill people and do things like this. So because of his lover, he was murdered. Okay, before this even happened. And the ruler is the king. This is the king. He's a king. It's a king of club, and he's the ruler. The ruler killed him. Okay, so powerful people killed him before he ever got to that hotel room, and he's dead in the hotel room. Here, I asked, is there someone else involved? Yes, one man in particular made a huge change. There's lots of people involved, and primarily one lone gunman, okay, did this. But it's not him, because he's innocent. Crazy. Okay, so I think Stephen Paddock, I think this is a conspiracy. I think he has nothing to do with ISIS. And I think there's a lot of people involved in this. A lot of people involved in this. This looks like a conspiracy. Anyway, that's how I see it, and you heard it here. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination and Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. You can find the book worldwide on Amazon in both Kindle and paperback. You can find the full color card deck pictured here on Etsy /Magi Method. You can join us on Facebook.